Good evening, everyone. How are you? Tonight, I'm really excited. I am so excited. I want you to listen to this. Listen to this. I was listening to this song before I even knew who this person was. And tonight, I've got this voice. Yes. Lord, I love you more than anything. Yeah, yeah. You hear that? Anita Wilson. And I got lipstick on my teeth. In the midst of all of this, we need this. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love
Oh my goodness. What happened?
Why do I have lipstick all on my teeth? And we're waiting for Anita Wilson to connect. It says connecting, Anita. We're here waiting for you.
Oh my goodness. Can you guys see me? Oh my God. Because like April, hold on. I got to get out of here and come back.
Because of you, my cloudy days are gone. I can sing to you this song.
Here we go. Hi, April.
Love you more.
Oh, back at you.
I was doing, whenever I was stuck, this was my meditation. And then to
Wow.
know that you are following me, I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Oh, of course. You one of our heroes. Hero of ours. We
Let
love
me
you.
tell you. Oh, well, I love you too, and forgive me because I've got one of those things. I need Vaseline for my teeth. I got lipstick all on my teeth, trying to look cute for you tonight.
Get it, girl, because I was doing this for you too. Do what you got to do.
So, how are you? First of all, welcome to COVID Conversations. Great
Thank
gospel
you.
songstress Anita Wilson. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be with you tonight. I'm really listen, I can't complain. God is good. We are here, and yeah, I miss no meals and no bills. So God has been faithful through this whole crazy pandemic season and everything else that we're dealing with several crises at one time. So I cannot complain, April. I'm really happy to be with you tonight.
And you know what? You are blessed because there's so many people, even in the midst. What is it? The book of James, count all in joy. When you
Yes.
fall down, count all in joy.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
believe there's a lesson to be learned in it because I'm telling you,
Yeah.
many of us, I mean, this isn't over. And
Yeah,
we're still going through.
for sure.
And yeah, so I just wanted to, first of all, welcome you in and say thank you for the follow. She's a political junkie, guys. She's into gospel music, but she's a political junkie as well. And it's just amazing. And so I want you to sit back because we've got an hour.
Yeah.
And we're going to unpack, and we might even talk about Paula White and that,
Yes.
the angel, the angel
Oh.
I'm like, what?
Baby, what you talking about? They coming for us. If they come for anybody, they coming on our behalf, child.
So tell me, Anita, so this is a moment in your blessing. You're creative as well. You're a songwriter, you're a singer, you're a producer. You and your husband are a team. Everyone's like, oh my God, he's into everything. Any major artist, he's there. So
yeah,
what are
awesome.
What are you guys doing in the midst of COVID? Because right now, I'm telling you, I'm about to lose it because I'm getting tired of it.
Yeah. It's definitely kind of it's old at this point, but we've been trying for a while there. April, I wasn't inspired. You know, it was so much that had happened. I released earlier this year. This year starts a series of 10-year celebrations for me that'll kind of happen over the next few years. But I've been a solo artist for 10 years. So I put out that a remix EP called Dance Soul earlier this year. I was working on it like this time last year. So that ended up coming out in April, and I was like, gosh, what a weird time to release music, and nobody wants to hear any new music and all of that. But we went on and put it out, and it ended up being a source of inspiration for people to just feel good and stay positive and dance around the crib and do some exercise at home and all of that. But past that, it was challenging to even be inspired with so much going on. Yeah, and I had to kind of give myself those reminders and just break out talking to my husband, like, this is really something, because we had to jump into it immediately. We had outward immediate changes we needed to make. Okay, so we wearing masks now. I remember people were a little shy, felt stupid to put them on, but you had to. So we had to do this mask thing, the social distancing. We had so much to consume, and I tried to stay mindful of what that does to a person inside too, inward. Because there was a lot that we had to wrap our minds around personally. And I'm just grateful that I'm with my husband, my stepdaughter.
And I'm going to tell you, a lot of relationships are breaking up during COVID.
I know.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, I gets on his nerves and he gets on mine, but we good. We have we have no issues that threaten us being together. So I'm grateful to that we not only love each other, but we like each other. So, we can coexist during this time and just be there for one another too. So we've just been, but at first it was hard to get inspired, but the last several months we've been working on new music little by little. I had some pressure on myself. I'm independent, so I'm grateful not to have anybody hovering over my neck for new music. It'll come out and it'll be ready when it's ready. So yeah, we've just been taking our time through that, and we'll know when it's time. But it's just good to stay a little bit creative during this time and give myself a pass when it's time to.
And let's talk about that. Because people think, I'm into Christ. I know Christ. I love Christ. And I'm supposed to be always smiling and sister friend and brother friend. We're great. Let's kumbaya. It ain't like that.
It ain't like that. That ain't real.
It ain't like that. And let's tell the truth and shame the devil. It ain't like that. And everyone up here who they're giving you love, but we got to be real with this. And that's why I have these COVID conversations, because we get down. And I started them because I was going through depression at the beginning. I was waking up in a pain. And I said to uplift, inspire, and how to. And, and I'm in the body of Christ, but I'm going to tell you, there are days I'm like, Jesus, what is the lesson? What is the lesson I have to learn? Jesus, get me motivated, and we have to, try to remold and reshift so we can get through this, not stay in it. God says we're going to get through it.
Yeah.
Whatever this it is. How do you recalibrate?
Man, it is all of those moments. I think it's a lot of things involved in recalibrating. And my daddy used to say it all the time, God rest his soul, one day at a time. I found myself saying 1 hour at a time, April. So I am patient with myself. And I've been getting up every morning just to do some like 30 minutes. I found some music that's like each track is 10 minutes. So I just listen, I just sit on the mat and I just kind of sit there and be quiet. I do some breathing. I look at the daily scripture. I practice that. So there are moments I do some working out. Sometimes I cook, sometimes my husband cooks for me, and we just kind of.
Oh, I love that. Does he have a brother or a cousin? I always find the men I have to cook for. And I'm like, come on, when you gonna cook something? I'm talking about hot dogs.
Right. Make me a little sandwich sometimes.
A little sandwich. Yeah, fix me a sandwich. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So, just in addition to being creative, we just kind of take time, and we've been binging. We started at the top of Grey's Anatomy, and we've been kind of binging just good TV. We try to have some of that in-house recreation, so we can just kind of enjoy. But I think it's important to remain mentally aware and spiritually aware. Of staying in a very aligned place with prayer. If you are a believer, which I am, with praying, with asking God what do you want me to do today? What do you want me to do in this season? Because I thought, listen, April, I've been saying, Lord, we sorry. He didn't put us on punishment, Lord, whatever we did. We sorry, Lord. But the thing is, I think it's important for us to get the lesson during this time. The lesson, I think all of us in our different areas have lessons to be learned, whether it's corporate, whether it's church, whatever your job is, in your relationships. Maybe you were a little bit too puffed up, or maybe you thought higher than yourself than you ought to, or maybe you were sashaying, you couldn't wait for offering time at church to see see your shoes. So he can shut so many things down that was our stage.
Yeah.
And literally for artists, he shut down stages. I see venues saying save our stages, and that's
Broadway is dark. Broadway is dark.
Touring.
Comedians are trying to go out there. My friend D.L. Hughley went out there and got COVID. A couple other people, Ricky Smiley. And this is the Job year for a lot of people. I think everyone is having a Job year. We have been impacted in one way, shape, or form by this.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. We definitely have, and we can't treat it as normal, because there ain't nothing about none of this normal. So if we're being mature human beings, first of all, let alone mature Christians, then we have to really let our minds be in tune with the things that really matter right now. And you just spoke about, we're gonna come through this. We're gonna come through this. So many are going through, and so we're losing so many, but holding on to our faith, we're gonna come through this. And my promise to myself, to God, to my husband, to everyone who loves me and cares about me, is I won't come out of this the same. I'm gonna be better in several ways. I commit to be better. So that's my commitment. That's really all we can do. Be mindful.
Yeah, be mindful. And I'm going to tell you, while I'm sitting here, I don't know if the dog is in the kitchen or if the child is in the kitchen. I hear something rumbling through
somebody.
I hear feet. Okay, I hear feet. I know, and that's something, being at home with people when you're not normally at home. But and you're going through the Job moment. Your kids are going through the Job moment, and you got to recalibrate. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's the thing that we're still working on. And guys, it is real. And we're getting ready to go into the holiday season, Anita.
Yeah.
What does that look like? I'm like, normally we have these big Thanksgiving dinners. What are you thankful for? I remember a couple of years, we thank God there's been no break in the chain. Well, a lot of chains have been broken this season.
Yeah.
We've had death. We've had sickness. But in the midst of it all, we're still thankful. We still got to say, I love you, Jesus.
Yeah.
I worship and adore you.
We have to.
Yeah.
We have to. Because God is so good. We began to hear about people struggling and people in food lines. Hello? And food lines and trying to apply for this and that. And people have really, really been struggling. One of the most heartbreaking things about this season is not being able to say goodbye properly when you do lose someone. We were looking at a part of a homegoing service the other day, and the bereaved was mentioning the video call, like people having to say goodbye on video calls. It's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. So you mentioned what we're thankful for, child. When I say I'm just thankful to be right here talking to you, April, I don't have a long list of things that I want. My husband like, what you want for Christmas, child? Listen, it's some pajamas. You can get me the most. You got
a man that's asking you what you want. You like, God, let me tell you something. You are blessed. He cooks. Oh my gosh, Lord, if you want to send something,
he say I receive it.
Here. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm just really grateful. This holiday season, I hope that this summer has shown us that some people are not willing to make sacrifices, because we saw some people like, I ain't missing summer. I'm going to the beach, or I'm gonna have my birthday party, and I'm gonna do. And my mindset, not judging anybody, but I'm like, man, if we could just bear down and let our norms go for a minute. Because ain't nothing about this normal. Come on, man. So if we could just bear down and just let our norms go just for a year, just for a little while, then perhaps we could get back to some level of normal. So saying that to say, I'm gonna be doing some Zoom Thanksgiving, huh? And some Zoom
I'm
holiday
trying to do a
parties.
cooking Thanksgiving because I'm gonna miss all the big hip sisters in that small kitchen cooking,
Yes.
trying to cook out because we have our family gets together, we cook
Yeah.
together, and I miss that. And I'm gonna do some Zooms, and we're gonna have to do some Zooms,
Got to.
just to still
Yeah.
feel that normalcy. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I
Yeah.
have not been around my family since March, and I'm serious about this, and I love them.
I
And
know.
we had my daughter. We got together for my daughter's birthday party. She just celebrated 13. She's 13 years old. November 3rd was her birthday, but November 1st we had
Okay.
something. And I told everybody, I said, I miss you. I haven't seen you in forever. And I said, I miss you. And everybody was like, yeah, this is something. But this is something. But in the midst, that's why we have COVID conversations. But
Yeah.
now, here's what I want to do, because I want to get into a little bit of the of your dance. So I want to get into that. I want to talk about the church. I want to talk about who we are, what we are. I want to talk
Okay.
about voting. I want to
Yeah.
talk about Donald Trump. I want to talk,
Okay.
and everybody. I know. Okay, so everybody is on. A couple people already came up. What do you think about Holly Robinson Pete? Did you hear what happened?
Nope. Update me. Put me on. What happened?
So she was on Sirius XM today,
Uh-huh.
and she acknowledged that she heard about Donald Trump using the N-word on her. And
To her, about her?
about her. Yeah, about her. And here's the crazy thing though about it. I had heard it about a month or so ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now that she said it, I can say it. I reached out to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I reached out to her and I said, is it true? She said, yeah, I heard about it. And I didn't say anything because I didn't want to give it away before she did. And that's one thing I believe in, building bridges, not burning them.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, okay, so here it is, my tweet. It says, Hollywood actress Holly Robinson Pete, who looks like us,
Yeah,
confirms that during her time on The Celebrity Apprentice, real Donald Trump did call her the N-word. So no longer a rumor.
no longer a rumor. It is the truth.
But you know what? And this is what you've been following me. And you got to remember, we are people. We are people in this world. And Anita follows me when I post this stuff. I see her likes. I'm like, look at Anita liking this.
Yes.
So it's so crazy. So, but this is stuff that I talk about. This is anything and everything presidential. And Holly Robinson Pete is such a wonderful woman. She, she's working with issues. What is the oh gosh, her son has autism. She works with autistic issues and raises money for autism. She is an actress. She's a wife. She's a mother. Her father was on Sesame Street. And why does he have to call her the N-word? Why does he have to call anybody the N-word? Donald Trump is a nuisance to society.
He is.
It's time for him to go.
It's time. Me and Rick said this earlier. It is time for him to go. He has, I don't want to put this in past tense. It feels past tense-ish, but we hold on to hope. I feel like he's destroyed our country, but he's destroyed so many parts.
Continues to destroy it, questioning the validity of a sovereign nation.
Yeah.
With what
it's ridiculous.
Was politically sacred, the vote.
Yeah.
He's suppressing, talking about voter fraud. They won't talk about the fact that he made our postal service. People called me talking about they didn't get my bill. I said, I sent it 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. I'm like this, just watching all of that unfold, like, he is attacking the postal service. And I mean, I found myself when I saw him outside going to my box, I'm like, thank you. I just want y'all to know we appreciate y'all, because to see the way that he was attacking the fibers of this country. And no, he didn't introduce racism. He's not the first, race, but he is the first that has worn it so proudly. And doesn't back down. He's just a willing jerk, to get up and say the things that he says, even to, a lot of that's, I don't understand him. I don't understand the people that support him. I don't know how his support went up this time because he has talked about pretty much everybody, including his supporters, saying he want to shake those disgusting people's hands. Quote, I quote. So I don't know. It's definitely a very odd time that we're living in. It definitely has cult vibes because, you know, he left him out in the cold. People were dying of COVID. Numbers are going up because of his super spreader. I can't. So the fact that he said the N word to, you know, or about that beautiful Black woman, Holly Robinson.
That beautiful Black woman, yes.
It doesn't surprise me. I mean, we're just saying exactly who this man is and who he was brought up to be. And it's time. You said it best. It's time for him to go. It's time for him to go. He's like a bad boyfriend that just don't want to get the heck out. Bye. Goodbye. I am done with you. We have voted.
Bad boyfriend who don't want to get out.
Yeah, you got to go, sir.
You got to go. You got to go, especially if you don't.
So we can heal.
Especially if you don't want to cook or do something, you know. No, you got to go.
You gotta go.
No, but at the end of the day, it just amazes me. I'm not amazed by Donald Trump, you know, but yet I am. You know, there's always something new every day.
It is.
But what gets me are the enablers and those who call on Jesus.
Oh,
that's the group that has surprised me. The evangelicals, the Paula Whites. Paula White got her start in the Black church.
Yes, she did.
She's got her start in the Black church, and she's forgotten us. And calling on the angels from Africa and what is it, South America?
Right. Like, how that makes sense in your prayer? Like, where you pull that from? Girl, if you don't sit down. Yeah, the thing is, she definitely got started and got a lot of support from the Black church. But that fact makes me angry seeing what's happening now because it just makes me feel duped for us.
Yeah,
because it's not because that lets us know when she was coming to our churches. I say our.
What did she really think about us?
That she thought about who she's supporting, who she is the advisor to, birds of a feather. All of these people who want to say God is being glorified in this White House
together. They flock and fly together.
Flock together. Yeah, they all together, and she's being a puppet master with worship leaders and all kind of stuff. So even when she was at Woman Now Loosed and all of our churches and all of that, I love Bishop Jakes. I ain't saying nothing about Bishop Jakes. I'm talking about
Bishop Jakes knows. Let me tell you something. Bishop Jakes is the first one. I was on stage at the Potter's House with Bishop Jakes, the late Harry Jackson Jr., who just died after being at the White House on election night, Paula White, Josh Dubois, and we had this conversation at the Potter's House with Bishop Jakes in the audience. Yeah. What is the church's responsibility in this moment? This was early on in the Trump administration. And Paula White was exposed, and we kind of like looked at Paula askew.
Wow.
And it was interesting. And that's when the real demarcation line, we saw it. Because the thing she was saying was not as we, the community, understand. Yeah. And we were like, come on now. And it's clearer and clearer. And I'm not saying that, you know, he doesn't need spiritual advising. But when the spiritual advisor walks away from the people who are the least of these, the people who are her foundation, where she began, there's a problem.
The people that she mimicked, the culture that she mimics to even preach and hoop and all the tongues and all of that.
And you said the right word, mimics. Is it original or is it a mimic? It's a mimic.
It's learned behavior. It's like, you know, it makes me look over the years when we've, you know, seen over several years, seen Caucasian people that came to the Black church, whether singers or pastors or preachers, and we got so impressed because he can hoop like a Black man, can't he? Boy, listen, girl, she do all them runs, sound like a Black woman. You know, we get impressed with that for some reason. But
Anita Wilson is on my street. You on my street, girl. You on my street. You in my hood.
That's learned behavior. I can't say his name, but or even Idris Elba. You hear people who have natural British accents, but they're in this role. They are speaking with an English, like American English. You can't even tell that they have a British accent. That's because they studied it. and it is learned behavior. So I think that that's why it feels like we were duped for a while, because we were so excited about that. But years later, for Rod Parsley, you know, he was all tricky. He tried to run it back a little bit, but you know, these preachers and pastors that have, been surrounded by the Black church for years are now saying, and letting us know that, you know, when they say things, let's honor our heritage. We know what that means when you say honor our heritage.
I've talked to a lot of pastors who will not allow some of these people back into their pulpits.
Good.
And it's because you know what? It's been defiled by charlatans, and we need discernment. We as a people, and I'm not just talking about Black people, we need discernment. We need critical thinking in a moment where we are on the menu, because they're playing us.
Yeah, exactly.
They have played us like a Stradivarius. They have played us.
Yes, exactly.
And we need, and when we pray, we've got to use discernment. And I'm telling you, this is a time for us to open our eyes, not just understand, Lord, what's the lesson to learn through COVID, but there are people who are taking advantage of our disadvantage.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Machiavellian. They are helping to create a problem and coming back trying to act like the savior.
Ain't that something? That's what they doing. April, now you talking.
Come on, Anita Wilson.
That's what they doing.
I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. Let me tell you.
Listen. In spirit and in truth. And this stuff is getting uncovered, and I don't want us to act like we don't see it. I don't want us to, you know, you've been saying, let's make peace and move on. And let's disagree without being disagreeable. Nah, man, you can disagree on pizza or pasta. But we can't disagree about racism and about, you know, my husband on here, Rick Robinson, he says he loves you. You're not going to remember, but the last time we were at Essence and we were walking out, we saw you, so, you know, just around, you know, you see people, but then we saw you at your seat. I forget who was singing that night. And then
I lost my mind.
He was like, because he told me this for real. So when he met you, he was like, I told my wife, one of the few people I want to get a picture with is April Ryan.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you something.
Can I get a picture?
When I was at Essence, when I used to go to Essence, I'd lose my mind. I'm like, you know, people like, look at April Ryan dancing. Yes, I got out there.
Yes,
let me tell you something.
Enjoy
when
yourself.
New Edition was out there, I was dancing. When Babyface was out there, I was dancing. When Missy Elliott was out there, I was dancing.
Yes.
There's a time for everything. There's a time for everything.
Yes, it is.
There's a time and a season for everything.
Yeah.
But you know what? And the season now is to transform and to have our eyes open. And I'm telling you, this is a moment. And we can't. And Anita, I look at it like this: we go and we say, okay, I voted, and that's it. No, it's far from over.
Yeah.
We have to be the keepers of each dream, our own dreams, our collective dreams, our individual and collective dreams. Wow. Each generation, you know, our parents had in the 50s and 60s, or our grandparents in the 50s and 60s, curated and watched over the Civil Rights Act. Yes. Curated and watched over the Voting Rights Act. But where's the Voting Rights Act now? We're voting without, it's been gutted. We're voting without the full protections. And they playing with us. Girl, they putting fake boxes out. Fake boxes.
I said, they going hard, ain't they? Y'all just gonna put out fake boxes? And now, yesterday, they were on some, like, they can't find votes for Trump, so they're trying to throw votes for Biden out. That's what you gonna say, Lindsey Graham? You just gonna say it without saying it?
He's lucky. He's even lucky he has his seat. He's even
lucky.
I
know. I was pulling for Jamie too. I really was. But we gonna get Atlanta cracking, as my friend JP Design said. He has a design that says "Warnock your ass off."
Warnock. Oh my gosh! And that's so funny. Warnock. Yeah. So Raphael Warnock is so interesting. Before he got to Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, Dr. Cheney's church, he was in Baltimore at Douglas Memorial. And
Okay.
he actually left Baltimore. Baltimore was his pivot place.
Okay.
Baltimore is a pivot place for a lot of people. Baltimore was a pivot place for Oprah before Chicago.
Okay.
Baltimore is the pivot place.
Hmm.
So yeah, Raphael Warnock and Ossoff Warnock. Um,
Yeah.
those are the two. Those are the
Yeah.
two that, you know, are really holding the key to the U.S. Senate.
Yeah.
And this is a time, once again, this is a prayerful time. This is a
Yeah.
time to go inward. This is a time for creativity. But this is a time where you say, I'm not taking it anymore. This is a
Yeah.
time, let's talk about the book of Proverbs, discernment. Let's talk
Yeah.
about fools. It talks about all of that. You know, don't listen to fools. It talks about discernment and a wise man. I'm trying to be wise about this. I'm trying to be wise. This is your life depends on it. Your
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
depends on it. It's not just
Literally.
about a mask. It's not just about a mask. Your
Mm-hmm.
life depends
Your
on
life.
it.
Yeah. Literally. 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 And you mentioned the dream. Right.
You going in and out. You
I
said you
love how
mentioned
you.
what? Say it again.
Am I back? I got a
Yeah,
call.
yeah.
I had to end. But that part, I love when you said the keepers of the dream, and we have to continue to do that, because I think about so much damage that has been done. And we heard, was it Dr. King's last sermon that we heard him? He spoke to, you know, I don't know if I'll make it there with you. And I felt that was such a visionary,
I've seen the promised land, yeah.
selfless perspective, because all this hard work that I'm going through, I might not even see the benefits of this, but I hope y'all get there. We have to have that same mindset, especially after all of this damage. I think about my 12-year-old daughter. Like, you know, we may not, it's so much to heal from with all this racism and this cult that dude is running and has. I saw a video, somebody was saying, please save me, Donald Trump, please save me, Donald Trump. So we really
What?
dealing with some spiritual stuff. Yes, I will send it to your DM, child, but it's weird. It's
Please
really
save me. Like,
weird.
what's he gonna do? All he's gonna do is tell somebody to do something.
Exactly. It's bad and liberating. Just while he in a bunker, he's sending people out. It's just a lot. So we do have to think about, you know, for the people that was like, I ain't voting, it don't matter nowhere. Or that. No, we got through this election. Like you said, our work is not over. And we do have to think about putting in efforts for the future. Because the efforts we're putting in now, we're not about to see in December. We ain't gonna see them in June. These are okay. Now, some just came to mind, April. I got to make a left turn.
All right, tell me.
All right. I just thought about Brother Ice Cube, and I just want to go here just for a second, because
wait. If you talk about Ice Cube, you're gonna have to talk about Lil Wayne. You're gonna have to talk about 54 bad. Yeah,
It's a lot of them to talk about. Yeah, you know, when I saw a few videos of Cube, and he was like, you know, I had to do, you know, since wasn't nobody doing nothing. I've been talking about this for months, and wasn't nobody doing nothing. So I had to, I felt, and child, I ain't always been no political, all with CNN and MSNBC, all these channels all day. And
oh yeah, Little Pump too, Little Pimp.
yeah, Little Pimp.
Yes,
These
Lil
are about
Pimp,
to go
yes.
out on me. Yeah. But I'm like, I was offended when Cube said that, just because if you're paying attention just a little bit, you know that I thought about, am I going to say this right? The pendulum of justice, and the blindfolded lady of justice, and you know, it's
the
the
scales
balance,
of justice. Yeah,
the scales
the
of
balance of the
justice.
scales of justice.
Yeah, so your people who have been in the Senate and been in Congress and been in politics 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 something years, I imagine them pushing just a little bit and finding a way to, like, all right, we got that covered. Let's push this a little further. And those little pushes that may get just a little bit done perhaps may have taken 5 or 10 years. So it was offensive when Cube was like, y'all, wasn't nobody doing nothing, so I had to. We have to really work through this and know that there's a road ahead. We have to carry this, like you said, carry the dream, not only for ourselves, but for those coming behind us. And that was a random,
this is where we have to understand, some people may not like what I'm saying, and I get it, and you have your free will, and if you don't like it, so be it. You can go to another IG live.
Right.
That's fine.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm not going to be mad at you because
It's okay.
hey, this is a free country, contrary to what Donald Trump says. I'm
It
free.
is. It
I was
is.
free, Mr. Trump. I was free. So anyway, I was a
Yes,
free
ma'am.
Negro, Mr. Trump. So
Yeah.
anyway, so Ice Cube, you know, we have loved so many people for so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when they start talking about what's not there, we have to remember that there are people out there doing things. And the best way, instead of just jumping out there saying, I'm doing this, is to jump with the Congressional Black Caucus or the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. The
Right.
people who've been doing the heavy lifting, or the NAACP or the Urban League, before you jump out there and
Yeah.
make yourself look, knock your brand. Let's say that. Knock your brand.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
lose the support that you had. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. We're muting a lot of people. And I started hearing people talking about, I want to mute him. He said he wasn't backing Trump, but Trump said he was going to put his plan with his whatever contract with Black America in the
Yeah.
platinum plan. Well, he had 4 years to do that, and it's not going to happen.
Right.
And he could have been working with Joe Biden as well. And Joe Biden had
Exactly.
all of that in his plan. So I mean, I don't
He was
know
out of
what
his league,
I don't
sis. He
know
was
what
out of his league.
I don't know what Ice Cube's agenda is, but now he has torn it with a lot of people.
He might want to go on, and this ain't listen, because I love when nothing. I ain't gonna say that because the people gonna get me. But I love when entertainers, show that they're not just entertainers. I love that, but don't, like, to your point, don't step out not being well versed in what you're speaking of. You have to
Yeah.
really be educated. So yeah,
And
he was
I
riding a
don't
line.
understand why some of the stuff I'm like, but it's already happened. They've already got it in bills and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
And I want
yeah.
this. I'm like, well, Mitch McConnell has it on his desk and he won't sign it.
Yeah, those
It's like
details that people don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He wasn't equipped. He wasn't equipped, but I feel like he played himself. And I saw a video of with 50 yesterday, and 50 runs me low too, because he's just petty Betty child. But
50 backpedaled after people got with him.
did he? Because
He
I saw a video
backpedaled
yesterday
through.
of him
Yeah, he
saying that they
backpedaled, but
offered him some money or
he
something.
backpedaled. He backpedaled, but he still went out there. And
You just can't play like that. Like, you can't. Hey, Joe Take, I love you. Yeah, like it's just you. 50, Lil Pimp,
oh, Joe Taker's
Wayne.
on here. Hey, Joe
Yeah.
Taker, how you doing?
Hey, sis.
I get those emails. I may not comment, but I get those emails. I see what y'all doing.
Yeah, but I really, I'm glad that we got the results that we got. My anxiety was like on 100 trillion the night of the election, but I'm glad that we're in this space. Donald Trump is trying to prolong it. I hate that he's making it difficult for them to even begin to transition and all that, but we're going to get through that too. He got to go.
But see, okay, so you got people like Joe Taker and other people out there who have been in the system, who are helping support them. And an issue, yes, when with Black women, Joe Taker,
yes,
you know that, yes, we got you.
Yes.
I get the emails, Joe Taker, you just don't see me. And Karen Boykins Towns talks about you, the NAACP. I watch from afar.
Yes, don't forget me, sis. Don't forget about me. Okay.
But at the end of the day, we are now at a point we have to use critical thinking. And if we don't, we are going to lose out. And there's so many people who are trying to take us to the slaughter. I think about how during the Clinton years, and this is just an example of being taken to the slaughter. Anita, we were the community that we started growing in number. We had the highest numbers of home ownership during the Bill Clinton years. During the Bill Clinton years. Wow. And then during the Bush years, banks said, wait a minute, we see those Black folks. So they started extending these loans that were going to make us fall.
Wow.
Not just fall, but foreclose on us.
Right.
We had the highest numbers of home owners in the Black community during the Clinton years. And now, and that was in the 90s. Now in 2020, guess where our home ownership numbers are back like they were 1960. God. And for Black people, hey, Melba Moore, love you.
Hey, Melba Moore, love you.
So what happens is home ownership,
Yeah.
creativity, home ownership, all of that stems from, well, creativity, entrepreneurship stems from education, stems from the equity in a home.
Yes.
You can use it. They are killing us, and we are not stepping out against them and trying to figure it out. So that's why we say you have to use critical thinking. And so it's so important that we as people take advantage of this moment. You know,
Very important.
you're being creative. You're still moving. We fall down, but still I rise.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We must.
We've got to.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. And black women, Joe Taker, black women are leading the charge.
Yes.
Let's talk about Muriel Bowser over in D.C. She said, Donald Trump, I'm not going to fight with you. All I'm going to do is put these big letters in front of your face, in front of your house.
Did. Salute Mayor Bowser. And salute to all the black women and many women, right? But I'm saluting black women who are really, really, we ain't scared. And we are stepping out, and it's beautiful to see. Representation is very important. So we pulling for Vice President-elect Harris and Joe Taker and April Ryan and all of y'all that's showing us how it's done, because it's very important. It's very important.
So let me ask you this, and this is interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
So Kamala Harris is going to be the first. She identifies black. She's a woman of color, but she identifies black. She looks like me. And she looks like you. She identifies black. But you know, everyone can claim her, and that's a beautiful thing. But when I go in there, and this is the thing, when I go back to the White House, and it gives me chills. I've been there for it'll be 24 years, January 13th. 5 presidents, January 20th.
Salute, beautiful woman.
And for me, a black girl from Baltimore, to question presidents who never looked like us, and to see the first black president, and then to see the first woman vice president who looks like me, Madam Vice President. I'm gonna tell you something. That's gonna be the day. We are now at the table. Yes. We are now at the table.
Yes.
We are now at the table. Because, you know, Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman to run for president, said, thank you, Melba Moore. She said, salute, love you, Melba Moore. I got to have you on, Melba Moore. She said, Shirley Chisholm, the first black woman to run for president, said, if you don't have a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. Why did she say that? Because we need to be at the table. Not only do we need to be at the table, now we need to own the table. Know how to play the game and own it.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. And I got it again in my spirit. And don't be scared to speak up and lean in. Lean into that.
What they gonna do? What are they gonna do to us?
Yes, exactly.
It's over.
Exactly.
We are not in the 1950s and 1960s.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know. This is amazing. It's just an amazing time.
It is amazing. It is amazing. I'll be looking at you like I know you don't be up there like, Madam Vice President. I just have one
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. But let me say,
but man, you deserve to, boy. Goodness.
I'm not gonna cry. But here's
beautiful moment.
But let me tell you something. When Barack Obama, and I'll never forget, and I thought about this today. I got his book, Promised Land.
Me too.
I got it. It came in. Random House sent it to me today. All I got to do is say, stay tuned. That's all I'm going to say to y'all. Stay tuned.
Okay.
So I got the book, and I thought about when he first was elected president of the United States, and Wolf Blitzer said, Barack Hussein Obama is the 44th president of the United States.
Yes.
I didn't cry, but I cried when he left. Because I saw history. I watched it. I was there in person. I'm happy for Kamala Harris, but I'll probably cry when it's over. Because I plan to be around for that.
I hear you.
Four and the next 4.
I know that's right.
And the next 4 after that. But you know, and I guess this is a moment to rejoice. And this is where I'm going to go to your worship soul. No, your dance music soul, right?
Dance soul,
Dance soul. Let's go to her dance soul. Let's go. We're gonna go to Anita Wilson's dance soul. Here we go. I'm gonna go to you. And this is only 12 seconds, but I need the whole thing. I couldn't get it off the other one. Wait a minute, I might be able to. Hold on.
You couldn't get it?
Wait a minute, hold on. Yes, hold on.
Okay.
Yes. Wait a minute. Yes. Hold on. Let's do this. I got it. I figured.
You got it?
Okay, hold on. Let's do it. Okay. All right, let's do it. Here we go.
Here's to life.
It's time to celebrate. So that, and you say this is music. This is your remix of what you have done already.
Yes, these are efforts that I did on to celebrate my anniversary. So these are remixes to songs that I have previously released. And I just wanted some dance remixes, you know, to get people on the dance floor.
Of gospel?
Yes, ma'am. Well, you know, if you know, I have 3 full-length albums, and if you listen to any of my music, you'll definitely hear the gospel influence. I am a gospel artist, but I love all music. So all of that influence is always in my music, and it could be dance, gospel house, R&B, jazz. Here's to Life is actually a jazz standard that Shirley Horn recorded. So I recorded that slow version, actually a couple of versions of the slow version of that song. And this is one of the ones I decided to do a upbeat dance version too. So yeah, Christians can dance too.
Now I'm gonna say this, as a Baltimorean, I love house music. And this
Okay.
Dance to Life is like house. It sounds kind of housey.
Yeah.
Now I love Speechless and I love Jesus Will.
Thank you.
Yes, let me see. Let's go to and Clap Your Hands features Yolanda Adams. Let's play that. Hold on.
Yes, it does. You can kind of scoot maybe like a minute and a half into the song.
Scoot to a minute and a half. Let me see.
Yeah, something like that. See, that's churchy for you.
Yeah, let me see. Go a minute and a half into the song. Let me see. Hold on, a minute and a half. Let me see.
This is called Dance Soul, y'all. These are remixes. Dance Soul.
Now I got the previews. Okay.
You got previews?
Mm-hmm. You sent me the preview. Okay. That's hot.
Yes. We have no no limits.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
No, we have no limits.
I like that. Now, let me look. Let me do time after time. Let's go time after time. Let's go time after time.
Okay. Hey, Miss Carol King, I love you. Hey, my soldiers, I see y'all.
All right. Dance Soul, Anita Wilson. She's celebrating. She's got a bunch of 10-year anniversaries.
Yes. Hey, my sister. Hey, Sean. I love you, Sean. I be talking to the people, April.
Oh, Monroe Flame is on it. Hey, Monroe Flame.
Hey, Monroe Flame.
Monroe Flame is everything.
Hey, Sugar Chef. I see you. Hey, Yolanda.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Thank you. I'm talking about Jesus.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, Jilla.
All right, guys. So this is the preview. Now we're gonna go to Jesus Will remix.
Yes.
And you gotta get this, guys. It's Dance Soul, Anita Wilson. Okay. Let me see. And
yeah, it's great workout music. It's really, really great workout music.
Oh, workout.
Sing, April.
Jesus.
Yes, it's on Apple Music. It's everywhere, y'all. It's everywhere. Right, D-Nice should play it, right? Sing, April. Jesus will.
My girlfriend sings this in church.
Really?
I have your girl on tonight. She said, "Oh yeah."
Tell her I said hello.
Miss Narita, shout out.
What do wrong, Jesus will.
Wow. Here we go.
Yes, it's gonna make you move. I promise.
Yes, this is the work. I'm gonna work out with this.
Yeah, it's perfect to work out. Yes.
Fight my battles. Jesus will. Ooh,
He will.
that's hot.
Thank
All right.
you.
So guys, yeah, people like that's fire. So you know what you got to do. You got to go online. You got to go on iTunes. You got to go wherever they sell music and download it. Especially because we got to get that 20 COVID pounds off.
We do.
And then I'm gonna tell you something. Because let me tell you, it's hard. You got to find the right music to. How Monroe Flame. You got to find the right music to be able to work out to. This is
To
it.
push you. Yeah, to push
This
you.
is
And
fire.
it's that whole EP is 35 minutes. So like it's the perfect kind of daily workout, and it'll keep you going. Before you know it, you done and you worked up a sweat and you moved. It's really good for working out and cleaning up and all that good stuff.
Is that why you did it, to knock off those 20
That's
COVID
a
pounds?
part of it. That's a part of it. I was telling Rick, I was like, I don't want to make the songs really long. I want them to be good for like a workout class or just in and out. So yeah, shout out to Rick Robinson. My husband produces all of my music. And you started this mentioning More Than Anything. Rick Robinson, my husband, wrote More Than Anything.
Really?
That song is about
That's
20
right,
years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lamar Campbell first recorded it. These have gone dead on me. Lamar Campbell recorded it about 20 years ago, and Rick allowed me to re-record it in 2017. So that song, it's timeless, it's beautiful, and I'm honored to sing it. And shout out to Rick Robinson, the pen
Where
and the
is Rick
producer.
Robinson? We need Rick Robinson. Hey, Silver.
He's
Silver
on here.
Chic. Tell Rick Robinson to come in here before we.
Rick, okay, Rick. April is calling for you, Rick, so you cannot give her any excuses. Hey, brother.
Come on, Rick. Come on up. The man who is behind every Dove, every Stellar, all those awards. I mean, my gosh. Come on, Rick. Say hi.
Well, I don't have any awards, but I do have 3 Grammy nominations for all 3 of my albums.
That's right. And
absolutely. Come on, Rick Robinson. I know you hear Rick Robinson.
Get up in here. Come on, Rick Robinson. If Bill Clinton can come on with Hillary, you gonna come on now.
You better get it together. Mess your hair up a little bit. Hey, my brother and my sister are on here, Frederick and Frashawn. I love y'all so much. Here he is. Come on.
Oh, hi, Rick.
Hey, good evening, Miss April. Good evening. How you doing?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I don't know. I know you don't remember when I bum rushed you at the Essence Festival. I told my.
He said, "I want to." Everybody was like talking about the singers and the producers. Rick was like, "I want to pitch with April."
Yeah, we was down there, and I mean every celebrity's is at Essence, and Janet Jackson was there that year, and a whole bunch of other people. And you walked past me once in the convention center. I told my wife, I said, I saw April running. I need to get a picture because at the time I couldn't turn. I was watching you on CNN every day. I'm like,
yes,
I'm still on CNN. I'm still on CNN. I'll be on this weekend, but yeah.
We need you.
But that's that was during that time that the press briefings were every day, and when he would talk to you crazy, the whole CBC question and all that. So we had an attitude for you.
Yeah, but you held it down.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. It makes so much sense that I'm still here because I got people like you two and all around who support me because I'm gonna tell you something. Think about this. A Black woman, not from a major network, at the time, and the President of the United States coming after her. All his minions. Nothing but God that I'm still standing. I thank you two and everyone else. I'm telling you.
You're a soldier.
For real.
You're a soldier.
We love you. We respect you. And we appreciate you.
Somebody called me an OG. And Luther Campbell said, "No, you're not an OG. You just a G."
You just no, you a G.
Absolutely.
You a G.
Yeah, G will do.
And for some reason, he thought you ran the Congressional Black Caucus as if you could just pick up the phone and call all of them and set a meeting up. I'm like,
sir, watch your mouth, sir. Watch your mouth. Okay.
Well,
But
but you know what?
You're a
But
soldier.
you know
We
what?
love you. We appreciate
What
you.
the devil means for evil, God means for good. So
Absolutely.
you know, and we're seeing, people can say what they want, but I know who I didn't vote for.
Mm-hmm.
And this election for me was more of a rebuttal or a refuting of the policies of Donald John Trump and exactly who Donald John Trump was.
Yeah.
What he is. It's about decency and order versus chaos and demonic behavior.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and it's over. It's over.
Yeah, he gotta
It's not
go.
over yet.
It's gonna be
keeping
over
that
soon,
chaos
but he
going.
gotta go. He can
He
do all he gotta do.
go.
But we'll always be praying for you. And I just wanted to thank you for supporting the music and thank you for supporting more than anything. I appreciate that because that's an old song, and I'm surprised it just still blesses people.
Let me tell you, I'm telling you, whenever I am like down, like it comes on and it's so pure. It's the one, I think your hair is green at that time.
Yes.
And it was like, and it's just like, and I just play it over and over. That's just like my worship song.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and I watch the video because you invoke the spirit and you bring me in, and I'm telling you, and I'm just playing it all the time. And I'm gonna tell you, you keep doing what you're doing and keeping promoting the people that you're promoting and making good music, Rick, because I'm telling you, we need it. We need it. I pray that you two just continue to just uplift the word and just keep blessing us. And
thank you so much, Miss April. Thank you so much. We're working on it now, so it'll be soon.
Pray for
Thank
us.
you. Pray for us.
But I'm gonna tell you something, that dance soul is off the chart too now.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, I got you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Good to see you.
I'm gonna work out with it when I start getting downstairs in a few hours. I'm gonna do something with it.
Yeah,
Jesus will.
Yes, I told you you cooked for me, and you asked me what I want for Christmas.
You have a cousin. You have a brother.
Cousins?
I got a brother, but he ain't work with.
What?
I'm just joking.
What you say?
We'll get some friends, but we
Hold on now. I saw Carlos Hill on here saying that April was his Woman Crush Wednesday. But
do you know Carlos Hill? First of all, do you know Carlos
Hill from Urban Soul Cafe said you was his Woman Crush Wednesday?
You got some crushes cracking now.
But
listen,
the question is, do you know him? I got a lot of people to say this. I just want to
can you vouch for him? I don't know. I have to put him through a rigorous process.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put him through a process to get to you.
Yeah, I know. I need people with references because oh Lord, I messed up by not getting references. Woo!
I know that's right. We ain't got time for that.
Will.
Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It's good to see you, and we're gonna always be praying for you.
Yep.
Keep praying and keep making the music. And I think it's time to say goodbye. But before we go, what do you guys want to sing us out with?
Rick ain't finna sing.
What you want Anita to sing?
Well, you really want Anita to sing.
You don't want me to sing.
Thanks for coming in here.
Thanks, Rick. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
What do you want me to sing? Do you want me to sing that one or Speechless or something? I don't know.
Sing Speechless.
Okay. I can say that you're wonderful, but it doesn't seem good enough. I can say that you're kind, but that would miss the mark. I can say that you're beautiful, but to me you are so much more. How do I communicate exactly who you are? I'm trying to convey the sentiments of my heart and say I really do appreciate the way you brighten up my day. Oh yeah, I can't find the words to describe you. It would take a million years to explain the way I feel. You are the epitome of everything I'll ever need. I'm so in awe of you. Lord, you leave me speechless. I love you,
Amen.
April. Thank you
I
so
love you,
much.
Anita Wilson. You made me speechless, left me speechless.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for your husband coming on. And
Thank
my
you.
girlfriend, Narita, who sings Jesus Will, was like speechless. Hey, Narita.
Hey, Narita.
So,
Thank y'all for the love. And we'll have to stay in touch, April. And hopefully this won't be the last time. We
oh,
got a
it
ways
won't
to go.
be. You know, we're going to be
Yes.
DMing each other. We will. And,
Yes.
and and when this is over, maybe if, when you do it, you and your husband come together in
Yes.
Baltimore, maybe you can have crabs on my sun porch with me when it's
I look
on.
forward. We look
Yes.
forward. We
And
look
have me out in
forward.
Chicago.
Yes. Okay.
All right, Anita.
We
Thank
look
you. Love
forward.
you
Be
much.
well. Take care. Okay.
Love you
God
much.
bless
Thank you for
you.
joining. Thanks. Be
Thank
well.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Guys, we had a wonderful time with the great gospel singer, songwriter, producer, Anita Wilson, and her great dynamic husband, Rick Robinson. Wow. So listen, I'm all on the cloud nine. We had a great time tonight. And now it's time for me to have fun with my kids. I said we were going to, what was it? Roast hot dogs and make s'mores in the fire pit tonight. But once again, it's about creating the you and the life that you need in this moment, creating moments of joy. So with that said, I think I'm going to see you guys Friday night. I didn't plan on it, but I'm going to see you Friday night. My dear classmate, David E. Talbot, has a new movie out. I'm sure you are watching it on Netflix. It's called Jingle Jangle. Yes, my college classmate, David E. Talbot. He's like, I need to be on your IG Live. David E. Talbot will be on Friday. But next week, I want you to stay tuned. Next week, just stay tuned. Surprises are abounding. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Much love. Be well. May God bless you and keep you. Jesus will. Yes, he will. Oh, yes. Jesus will. He'll fight your battles. Yes. David and Goliath. Donald Trump and April. Ooh, who won? I did. See you later. Bye, guys.